make something like this up or add something to it or whatever it may be. You do such a disservice when you lie about things like this.
The actor who claimed he was the victim is tonight formally charged. Police say he orchestrated the whole thing. Charged with a felony for filing a false police report.
It fell apart when he got too greedy. It was supposed to be for social media. So he'll give it to the blogs or the blogs will pick it up and whatnot. But what he did, the vital mistake he did, which made it criminal and we got in trouble, all of us got in trouble, was he now called the police. You weren't supposed to call the police. That's what made it a crime. Right. Calling the police and giving them a false testimony or lying to them.
Jussie Smollett's situation seems to be getting worse. He recently had a mental breakdown because he was kicked out of Hollywood, and now he's said to be completely broke. This all started back in 2019 when he staged a fake attack on himself for attention. He claimed he was targeted because of his race and sexuality, but it turned out to be a lie. He even paid 2 men to pretend to attack him on camera. This caused a huge scandal, and Jussie's career took a nosedive. He was dropped from all his projects, and now, after years of legal battles, he's reportedly spent all his money on court fees. It's a sad turn of events for someone who was once a rising star in Hollywood.
As I was crossing the intersection, I heard Empire. And I don't answer to Empire. My name ain't Empire. And I didn't answer. I kept walking, and then I heard Empire. So I turned around and I said, "Did you just say to me?" And I see the attacker masked, and he said, "This MAGA country," punches me right in the face. So I punched his ass back. And then we started tussling. You know, it was very icy, and we ended up tussling by the stairs. Fighting. There was a second person involved who was kicking me in my back. And then it just stopped. And they ran off. And I saw where they ran.
After Jussie's revelation, he became a hot topic on social media, with many fans and celebrities praising him for his bravery. However, this didn't last long. A few days later, the Chicago police announced they were investigating the incident further because they believed Jussie might have faked the whole thing. This led to criticism of the police, with many accusing them of bias and discrimination. It was a dramatic turn of events, with Jussie going from being praised to facing serious allegations.
Was attacked in a racist, homophobic attack by members of the MAGA movement, and we are done with it.
We want to make it clear. We know, but we want everybody to know.
Jussie had the audacity to go on ABC and criticize the police, despite knowing he had lied about the incident. It's unbelievable how he tried to blame others for his own deceitful actions.
What is it that has you so angry? Is it the attackers?
It's the attackers, but it's also the attacks. It's like, you know, at first it was a thing of like, listen, if I tell the truth, then that's it, because it's the truth. Then it became a thing of like, oh, how can you doubt that? Like, how do you not believe that? It's the truth. And then it became a thing of like, oh, it's not necessarily that you don't believe that this is the truth. You don't even want to see the truth.
What happened that night, Jussie?
The police eventually arrested 2 men who were allegedly Nigerian brothers and had minor roles in Empire. These brothers claimed Jussie paid them to stage the attack, providing evidence like footage of them buying supplies. Despite Jussie denying the allegations, the brothers testified against him, supported by phone records showing contact before the incident. Jussie faced 16 felony charges, which were later dropped in exchange for community service and bond payment. However, he was sued for $130,000 by the city of Chicago for investigation costs, leading to a countersuit for public harm. In 2020, a special prosecutor reopened the case, resulting in Jussie's indictment on 6 counts of false police reports. In December 2021, he was convicted on 5 felony counts and sentenced to 150 days in jail starting March 2022. Jussie's actions not only damaged his own reputation, but also risked undermining credibility for real victims of hate crimes.
I am not, and I am innocent. I could have said that I was guilty a long time ago.
Jussie somehow avoided serving his full 150-day sentence by posting bail, which was set at $150,000. He and his lawyers worked on appealing the verdict while he was out on bail. Meanwhile, the Indario brothers, who were involved in the staged attack, released a documentary that further tarnished Jussie's reputation. They revealed all the details of what happened, not holding back anything. One of the brothers even appeared on a popular Nigerian talk show recently, where he described how Jussie convinced them to participate in the scheme. He recounted a moment in the car when Jussie asked if they would attack him for money, and they agreed, even bringing in the brothers' involvement as well.
He asked me to hit him up randomly, and that's confusing. Like, what?
So you're just in a conversation with your friend, and he asks you to team up.
So we're driving in his car. He's driving me home, and then he says, "I want you to beat me up." That's something that no one ever says. So I'm like, wait, okay. He's smoking too, so I'm just like, okay, maybe he's just high. Right. Maybe that's what this is. But then he looks at me again when he sees I didn't say anything, like, I want you to beat me up. I'm like, wait, what do you mean? So then he goes into explaining what he wants me to do, and then he mentions that he needs someone else to help me do it, and he asked if my brother would do it. And I said, hell yeah, my brother would do it. Right. So then that's how that happened. We went to pick up my brother, and then he told my brother, and then that's how we got to where we are now.
Abel also mentioned how Jussie promised to help them land bigger roles in Hollywood by using his connections if they agreed to carry out the attack as requested. This promise of career advancement was a significant factor in convincing Abel and his brother to go along with Jussie's plan.
My brother and I, we are professional actors. Right. So I'm a professional boxer as well. Yeah. But we're professional actors. We've been on Chicago PD, independent films, all of that in America. So in acting and in life, it's who you know. And he, at the time, Empire was a big, successful show. It was like #1 in America. So knowing him and being cool with him, rubbing shoulders with him, can get me moved forward, moved up in that industry, because acting is very competitive, very. So that's why we did it, to curry favor with Jussie. And if we help you with this, you're gonna help us move up in the acting world. So that's why we did it.
Abel further revealed that Jussie's initial intention was to stage the attack to gain attention and make his name trend on social media by sending the footage to blogs. However, Jussie later escalated the situation by reporting it to the police, which ultimately led to the downfall of his plan and the subsequent legal repercussions. This decision to involve law enforcement turned what was meant to be a publicity stunt into a serious criminal investigation, resulting in severe consequences for Jussie.